So, what's become of the Amber?
Sorry, nothing yet. But my little helper is creating quite the commotion. Everything will work out just fine.
As long as you can keep your dog under control.
He's a good boy. Predictable.
Fine. Keep your mutt. But don't come crying to me if you get bit.
Leon, changed your mind yet?
Ada?
Assuming you haven't, I've got a tip for you. Seems like something big is about to go down in the throne room. Babysitting's tough, huh?
Hey, Ada! Ada! Perfect.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to more Resident Evil 4 Remake. This is my professional difficulty, no damage video walkthrough. This is Chapter 10. Chapter 10 is... It's brutal. It's brutal. I'm gonna just be honest. Especially once you get to the double Garrador fights. But we'll deal with that once we get there. Now we're just retracing our steps to where we played as Ashley with Leon. Like I said in the last video, you can go through this area and you can use the cube structure we got to do the puzzle in order to grab, I believe it's an MP5. I can't remember the gun, but I'm pretty sure there is a gun that you can grab out of one of these here. But we're only going to use the cube device for this right here to get this golden links out. And we're going to put all our jewels in it and sell it to the merchant. That's about the only thing we're going to do up here. And this is the note that you would grab with Ashley telling you the solution to the puzzle in her last chapter. Since we didn't do this stuff and I already knew the solution, we just went on with the clock puzzle. Like I said in the last video, we're just going to be doing a bit of backtracking to start this chapter. And it's best to backtrack in this chapter as opposed to trying to get everything all at once in the last chapter. Because we got to deal with so many Zila enemies. But in this section, you only have to deal with 2 as opposed to dealing with 24 Zila enemies. And there's quite a bit of good loot in this section. You get some flash grenades, you get a hand grenade, you get large resources. You even get a chicken egg that you can sell at the merchant. So it's best to come back to this section and get everything you need. Stuff you can even put in your treasure to sell to the merchant. So it's worth your while to come back here and collect everything.
Took care of a request, did you? I can tell. Well, look at you, mate. Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
At this point in the game, you want to start to upgrade your knife because we're going to need it for chapter 11 when we face Krauser.
Well struck.
So make sure you start to upgrade now.
Thank you. Came into some other bits and bobs too.
So with chapter 10, we're going to be introduced to a new enemy. And these are the Navistador enemies. These enemies are the insect enemies that they can be camouflaged and blend in with any part of the area that you in. So most common spots they hide are like on a wall, on the ground, and they blend in with the environment. The easiest way to kill them, really to be honest, is just shoot them when they camouflage, because they really take 2 shots, 2 headshots, and they're dead. Sometimes it seems like it goes for the majority of the time, even when they're not camouflaged. And it still harkens back to the original, to where if they're flying in mid-air, you can shoot them out the air and kill them instantly. So they drop for 1 bullet for the most part, 1 or 2. So these are our first ones. The first one, as you can see, is on the ceiling. Get an accurate shot to the head. 1 more shot while he's down, and he's done. As for the second one, do the same. He's in the air, shoot him twice, he goes down, finish him. Our next 2 will spawn as soon as we hop this barricade, so make sure you line up the shot to where you can get both of them with at least 1 or 2 shots. And if you have the Punisher, that's what the Punisher is best used for. Its ability to pierce through enemies. Now we're about to deal with a whole bunch of Navistador enemies. A total probably of at least about 36, 38 to my count, if I remember correctly. Now these Navistadors come in phases. So the first phase is at least about 5 of them, maybe 5 or 6. And we're going to spawn them by shooting the ones on our left that are up back toward the ceiling. And then that'll spawn the rest of them. As you can see, he's camouflaged. Aim for the head, get rid of him. And we're gonna stay back here in the doorway, because if you stay back here in the doorway, they just hover around the area. They don't strike you, so that helps you when you're taking no damage. So now we on to the second phase. Once we get down to the bottom of the steps, there's going to be another phase. But first, we're going to get rid of all the camouflage and the Navistadors that we can find, starting with this guy here. And some of the ones, it's random, but some of them be littered around the ballroom area here. As you can see, I'm looking for them, but they're not there. So meaning once I spawn this, the extra ones will spawn from my left. There would be another at least 5 or 6, maybe 1 or 2 more. But just rinse and repeat. Do the same thing. Make sure to stay up on the stairwell. And each time you kill one of these Navistadors, make sure you're looking left and right, because they have the ability to hover on your left and on your right. As you can see, this guy's coming in now. So just make sure you do that. You do that, you'll be fine. These cheeky fuckers be trying to get you off guard, so you gotta keep your head on the swivel, man. And that should be our last Navistador for this phase. But we're not done. We still have a 3rd phase to deal with, then a 4th phase to deal with. So make sure to be looking around the ballroom because they're going to be camouflaged. So the third phase starts on our left right now. So you will see an Invistador camouflage right here. I'm looking here because at one point I did get attacked there before. So I had to make sure one of an Invistador there. But this guy's camouflaged and there's one right behind this bot you can't see. So you can get him by shooting through the bots with the Punisher and shooting him one more time. But as soon as you get right here, there's going to be one that spawn out of nowhere on the left, as you can see. Then one in the far back. Once you drop him, there's going to be one that spawns on our right in this hole right next to us. So keep looking at the hole. As he flies up, just shoot him, and he's going to die instantly as he falls right back in the hole. So you don't have to worry about him. And that would be all the Invistadors in this section. But if you get unlucky and they spawn at least one more, he's going to be fairly weak. He's going to be this one that spawns on our left there. He's going to die at least by 1 or 2 hits, so you don't have to worry about a thing.
Throne room. This the way?
We're not quite out of the woods yet. We still have another phase to get through, and the phase is on our right side. So as we get over there would be a Invistador camouflaged up top, but we're gonna wait for this one that aggroes immediately. Wait for him to get toward this corner or a little closer to you, then shoot him. Once he die, look up. There'll be an Invistador on top of the wall, top of the ceiling here. Headshot, and one more shot would kill him. These Invistadors don't spawn until we go toward the ladder, so walk toward the ladder, wait for them to start spawning. If you get lucky, shoot them inside the hole and they just die immediately. But you want to kite this wall here because they cannot fly through this section. Each time they fly, they're going to drop down, making it easier for you to shoot and kill them. So use this wall to your advantage. And if you back up like a little farther than I am, you don't have to worry about them spawning on both sides. So try to stay as close to that wall that you can kite as much as possible, so they don't spawn on your other side. You have to deal with them like I did.
One down. Next.
And you know what's crazy? I know I hear this fucking Invistador flying above me somewhere, but he's waiting for me to go toward the ladder so he can move out his position and get me when I ain't paying attention. But nah, we ain't having it. So we wait for him to show his face, and then we get rid of him. Fucking asshole. So now we're finished with the hardest part when it comes to the Invistadors in this section. But we have to deal with the rest of the Invistadors on the second floor. So there's only 2 you have to deal with here. This one is camouflaged, and there'll be another one that flies towards us. Just wait for him to fly, drop him, and then just wait. Do not press the lever because he probably hit you after the cutscene. So sit right here and wait for him. He typically spawns on our right side. As soon as he does that, get rid of him. He'll drop inside the hole into the abyss below, as they used to say. Check down there for a second measure, just in case. Press the lever, and that's 1/2 done. As for the second half, there are going to be a few Invistadors camouflage. Our first 2 are going to be on the wall. Well, our first one's going to be on the wall. get rid of him. The next 2 will be on the floor camouflaged, and there's going to be another one on top of the ceiling camouflage, but he comes out after we kill these 2. So make sure you get rid of all the Navistadors right here before going into the hallway on our right, where we had to kill 2 more Navistadors. So wait for him to pop out. As we go in here, there's going to be 2 Navistadors, like I said. Kill them immediately. They typically line up well with each other, and you just pop both of them with the Punisher. And then that is it for this section. Follow this path and you should be cool.
There we go.
Oh, Mr. Kennedy, not much of a knight, are you? Is a spirited incident.
Now, a bit of advice I want to give you guys. After completing the Vistador section and before starting this fight here with the Gyarados, make sure you go back and save your game. Because this fight is brutal. Because you're trying to deal with so many enemies in this section. For this section, snipe the first 3 enemies. The main thing you want to do when in this section with the Gyarados is you want to be aggressive and you want to stay moving. Try to stay out of the Gyarados' way by any means necessary. Kill each one of these Zealots as they spawn, because they're going to be on your ass too, and they get in the way when you're trying to dodge the Gyarados. Your main focus will be on the Gyarados, but use your resources. If you have frags or flashes like I do, use them when a group of the Zealots are around the Gyarados, and try to use the Gyarados' aggressiveness against them to where they start hitting the Zealot enemies. But majority of the time that shit be wonky and they don't fucking kill them, which is super annoying. But you have to be the aggressor here. You have to be the one to kill each one of these enemies by yourself. And in the meantime, doing damage to the Gyarados. Trust me, I know what I say. I know what I'm saying. It sounds like a lot because I know it is. But if you're smart enough, be wise enough, and you would get through it. Trust me. Just get rid of these fucking lackeys. And as you know, like I told you from the previous Gyarados fight back in chapter 7, this is one thing that boils my ass right here, man. This shit gets me hot right here. Like, he know exactly where I'm at. Just pay attention to his patterns. Pay attention to his patterns. He know exactly where I'm at. He's not fucking moving. So it's really just like an RNG type of deal. Like, he know where the fuck I'm at. That's why he ain't moving and he's swinging in the direction my body is. If it was really fucking random, he would have moved a different way. He would have moved to the right somewhere or moved back to the left. But no, he knew exactly where I'm at. That's one thing that pisses me off when it comes to facing the Gyarados.
Gotcha. Ashley!
Leon, stop! No, don't come any closer!
You hurt?
Watch out!
Please, do continue. Do not resist, my dear. It serves only to make you suffer all the worse.
Please, please!
You sick! Aquí nos despedimos, señor Kennedy.
Hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
In the cave section, we're going to face some more Navistadors. Particularly, we're going to face 4 of them. They're going to be swimming in the water. The way you locate them is by their green eyes. So make sure you have enough bullets for at least, make sure you have 5 rounds in your shotgun. And you deal with them that way. They take 1 shot from the shotgun and you're done. You don't want to reach this point and you get through all that shit, have to restart the Gyarados fight because you didn't save. Or because you saved before that. Don't let these fuckers right here, these annoying fuckers, get you back to that point.
The hell?
To make your movements very slow, you gotta be mentally locked in right here. Because this is the home stretch. The first one he can fuck off. He's gonna be just like the rest of them.
Give me a break.
We are preparing for our boss fight with Verdugo. He is Salazar's right-hand man. And we're not going to play games when it comes to Verdugo. Because Verdugo is pretty much an ammo dump. He takes a humongous amount of ammunition to take care of or even to kill. Your job really is to outlast him until the elevator reaches your level so you can get on it and escape. We're going to do that. We're just going to do that with the original game strategy that we always use, which is the no-play game strategy. And what's the no-play game strategy, you may ask? The no-play game strategy is when we buy an RPG and use the RPG to deal with Verdugo that way. It's quicker. That way you save ammunition for the next fight in the next chapter. That way you save yourself a headache. That's the perfect ending to this chapter after all the bullshit you don't dealt with in this chapter. So we're going to use the rocket launcher on Verdugo. We're going to blow him into smithereens.
Isn't welcome. Thank you. Got a selection. Back. any welcome. Not my place to say. Don't get yourself killed now.
So originally when fighting Verdugo, like I said, you typically have to outlast them. That's what these nitrogen tanks are for you to outlast them. Or for you to outlast them. But we're going to make this simple. As soon as we go and press the lever and run back to the door, he's going to spawn. As he spawns, we're going to bait one of his attacks. And we're going to freeze him, and then we're going to blow him away. And that's how you beat Verdugo.
Oh, you're kidding me. You're Ramon's lapdog. Frozen's a good look for you.
And there we go, folks. Mission accomplished. Now we don't have to wait on the elevator to get there. As soon as we step out this room, we're going to get a cutscene for the elevator. And then within like 10 seconds apart, the elevator will magically pop up downstairs on our level. And then we can gather everything and escape. And that'll be it for the chapter. My thoughts on chapter 10. Chapter 10 is a fun chapter, just not fun on professional, taking no damage. I'm sure if you do like a speed run on this chapter, it wouldn't be so bad, but doing no damage runs, especially on a chapter like this, it can make you question attempting a no damage run. So, fuck this chapter on no damage. Any other time, it'll be a good chapter though.
Your suffering can end, just as it has for our youngest daughter, who has joined us in communion, and now she is of our flesh, of our blood. My faithful disciple will show her the bag. Go now. Deliver to these vagrant children their salvation. As you wish.
I'll make it cheap for you.
Alright guys, that'll do it for chapter 10. It was a brutal chapter, man. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you guys in the next chapter. I'm out.